fascinating subject. Māra is a central figure in Buddhism, often personified as the chief demon or the Tempter, and plays a crucial role in the story of the Buddha's enlightenment. Here is a detailed overview of Māra as the personification of depravity, delusion, and the obstacles to spiritual awakening. Māra, the adversary of enlightenment. Māra is not just a single entity, but a concept representing the entirety of the mundane world and the forces that bind beings to the cycle of suffering, saṃsāra. The term itself is often interpreted as death or killer of the spiritual life. The four Māras, the Fourfold Tempter Māra, is traditionally understood to manifest in four primary forms, known as the Catur-Māra, Klesa-Māra, Māra as the emotions/defilements. This is the Māra within us. It is the personification of destructive mental states like greed, hatred, and delusion, the three poisons. It represents the emotional turmoil and ethical depravity that prevents peace. Catur-Māra, Māra as death. This Māra is the physical reality of death and impermanence. It is the constant threat that cuts short our lives, and by extension, our chance to attain enlightenment in this lifetime. It binds us by reminding us of the fragility and shortness of life. Skandha-Māra, Māra as the aggregates. The skandhas are the 5 components that make up our perceived personality and existence: form, feeling, perception, mental formations, and consciousness. This Māra represents the delusion that these temporary, interdependent components constitute a permanent, independent self, Atman. This fundamental delusion is the root of all suffering. Devapatra-Māra, Māra as the son of a deity. This is the traditional personified demon king, the one who tried to stop Siddhartha Gautama, the future Buddha, from achieving enlightenment. He rules over the highest heaven in the desire realm, symbolizing the highest, most subtle form of attachment and worldly power that keeps one in saṃsāra. Māra in the Buddha's story, Māra's most famous appearance is under the Bodhi tree, just before the Buddha attained awakening. This scene illustrates the ultimate struggle against all forms of worldly temptation and delusion, the army of passion and fear. Māra first attacked the Bodhisattva with his armies. These were not just physical soldiers, but but were personifications of the very passions, fears, and doubts that plague the mind. Lust, restlessness, hunger, thirst, desire, and doubt. The temptation by the daughters. When the attack failed, Māra sent his 3 beautiful daughters, sometimes named Tanha, craving, Arati, discontent, and Raga, lust, to seduce him. The Bodhisattva was unmoved, recognizing them as illusions. The challenge of authority. Finally, Māra challenged the Bodhisattva's right to sit in meditation and attain enlightenment, claiming he had no witnesses. The Bodhisattva simply touched the earth with his hand, the earth witness mudra, and the earth itself roared in response, confirming his vast accumulation of merit over countless lifetimes. Defeat. With this final act, Māra was defeated, and the Buddha attained full enlightenment, passing beyond Māra's reach. Symbolic meaning of Māra is a powerful symbol in Buddhist practice, representing the ego and self-clinging. The greatest enemy is not an external demon, but the deeply ingrained human tendency to cling to a false sense of self, skandhamara. Obstacles to practice. Any distraction, procrastination, doubt, or temptation that arises when a practitioner attempts to meditate or follow the path is seen as Māra's work. The reign of impermanence. As the personification of death, Māra highlights that everything worldly is subject to change and destruction, and seeking permanent happiness in the impermanent is the ultimate delusion. In essence, Māra is the personification of the entire mechanism of suffering, depravity, and delusion. To defeat Māra is to conquer one's own internal vices and achieve the freedom of enlightenment.